What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. This is your boy Food Junkie just coming at you with a little video. You saw the title. Is history sorry is beef sector history important or no? I know a lot of people are live right now, but I just had a question. Is beef sector history important or no? See, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just doing commentary on what I've been hearing for the past couple of days, what's been going on in the past couple of days, and I have a couple of questions because I'm slightly confused. I may get cussed out. Someone may try to correct me or check me or drag me or whatever it may be, but it is what it is. I'm not the one out here. What's up, Rick? How you doing? I'm not the one out here exposing myself, exposing what I've done, or being exposed for what I've done and things of that nature, and then trying to um I won't quite say backpedal pussy pop. What's up, Sean? How you doing, baby? But I'm not the one who's trying to justify why I done something. Now, yesterday was kind of heated. It was a lot going on. It was the first full day of, you know what I'm saying, Lord Baltimore being on these streets. Made her rounds, did what she did, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Shannon? How you doing, baby? And I just have a couple questions based on what's been going on. I guess VS was on Rick's panel. She was on James's panel. Not Rick, sorry. I saw Rick's name. She was on Duchess Cullen Love's panel. She was on James's panel. She was on Brianna's panel. She was going around making her rounds on all these panels. What's up, Lionheart, baby? How you doing? And I don't watch everybody, but based on what was being said, um, that's what I got. I watched James. And James's panel was very interesting. Didn't watch Brianna's channel, didn't watch Duchess Kelly Love channel, watched that. But as a result of VS being on those other people's panels, James went live. He said he already had notes and stuff based on what he was going to talk about anyway. He just had to, kind of weave that into what happened on these panels. I'm not here to talk about what's happened on this panel because I really don't care about that aspect of it. What's up, Kelly? How you doing, baby? I am here to talk about is beef sector history important or not? And a lot of y'all that may watch this or may be in the bush as well as not, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Shane, please correct me if I'm wrong. Rick, correct me if I'm wrong. If you know these things, Lionheart, whoever y'all are, just please correct me if I'm wrong. What's up, Darren J? How you doing? I'm sorry. I'm Darren D. How you doing, baby? Um, but something was revealed yesterday that caught my attention, that had my ears perk up, and I like both people. I don't have a problem with either one of these people or not, but when I hear something that doesn't sound true and I want to talk about it, I will. It was revealed on James's panel, sorry about you guys, that Nika was the one that told VS where to find pictures of Shelly's kids and how to get pictures of Shelly's kids. Now, VS said this when there was VS and Shelly and James on a panel. Nika came up, admitted that yeah, she did that because she felt she owed VS something because VS helped her with the whole SB situation. Now, let's stop there. Let's put a pin in that. But don't this sound very familiar for those who have been here on the beef sector? Don't, oh, I'm going to. Don't this sound very familiar? We heard this story before. Heard it all before. Your lies ain't working now. We got to shut you down. I'm just saying. Haven't heard this before. Who remember Miss Olivia saying when she first got here because she met Nika off of this beef sector? And why did Miss Olivia and Nika first fell out? Why did Miss Olivia and Nika first fall out? And like I said, I like Nika. I like Shelly. I like Miss Olivia. I think all of them give different commentary. I think they all give They all add something to this quote unquote gumbo called the beef sector. But why did Miss Olivia and Nika initially fall out? Because Nika gave VS the means to dox Miss Olivia. Y'all remember that? Who remember Miss Olivia said the reason why her and Nika fell out years ago was because Nika gave VS the means to dox her. Right. Right, Shan. Exactly. Except raise his hand. Crazy self. So when I heard VS say, ask Nika where, what's up? Colette, how you doing? When I heard VS say, well, ask Nika how I got your kids' pictures. And Nika came up there and was like, yeah, I did it. And this is why. I'm like, hold up. It sparked something in my mind. It sounds very, very familiar. And then the explanation of, well, she helped me out. I guess it was the SB situation she helped her out with, was not. So when VS asked her, do you have information of how I can dox or get pictures of her kids, Nika volunteered the information. Now, correct me if I'm wrong or right, but during that time, I don't think Shelly and Nika was actually getting into it. I don't think that Shelly and Nika was actually actively fighting. Now, am I wrong or am I right? Because this is going to lead to something in a second. Let's pin out the situation. Oh yeah, but that's not. That's the thing is, Rick. That's the obvious. That's the obvious. I don't do the obvious because y'all gonna talk about the obvious. Yeah, I wrote in James's chat. Oh, y'all want to be as back? You know what I'm saying? So now this is what it is. What's up? Good morning, text baby. How you doing? This is what. Let's see what she gives. That's the obvious. So the obvious. I don't talk about the obvious. I talk to stuff that no one's going to talk about. I talk about the stuff that people may have not may think of, but may not want to put out there because they don't want no trouble, no you know, strife with people. Me personally, I like everybody, but I don't care if you want to cuss me out or block me or do whatever. Because be what's not attempt to drag, you can do what you want to do. But I'm going to talk about the truth. I'm going to talk about what people's not talking about, and have your mind think about, oh damn, that is what happened. Right, you know I'm going to say that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Was Nika and Shelly actively fighting when during that time where Nika was gone and came back under VS? Because I don't think Nika and Shelly was actually fighting. I don't. I know they had a huge fallout, and that's how she got it. Colette, they wasn't text. Thank you. I know I wasn't crazy. So I know I wasn't crazy when I heard Nika say, well, thing is, but y'all heard what Nika was saying. Nika, lucky, like you, baby, but you got to understand that I listen to what you don't say. I listen to what you say, and I use my cognitive dissonance skills and my skills of analyzing what people based on previous behavior and past behavior to determine what you're saying is true or not true. But you can test the fuss and you can not like it if you want to. But yes, call that yes. It was a VS and Shelly fight. It was a VS and Shelly fight. Of course she was. Of course she was. Tex, of course she was. So when Shelly said that was on Shelly, when Nika said that they were fighting and she didn't like what Shelly did, so she gave VS the information how to look up and find Shelly's kids. My ears were like, hold up, that's not what I remember. The history of the whole situation was that Nika and Shelly fought a while ago. They fell out when they were on Blab. When Shelly cussed out Nika was not, when it was Shelly, Sean, and Nika on Blab, when some other people on Blab was not, Shelly cussed out Nika then. That's when they fell out. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what I just said, Rick. That's what I just said. So they wasn't fucking with each other. So Nika said, if y'all heard what Nika said, like Nika said, well, we fought because Nika even admitted that. Nika said we fell out. Then the whole Vegas Gate thing happened. Okay, y'all fell out, which means that y'all fell out before 2016 because that's when Vegas Gate was, the original Vegas Gate, the Vegas Gate, I should say. So y'all fell out before 2016, which was during Blab days. Y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying, um, communicate, talk with each other, or do anything with each other was not till more recently, after Vegas Gate. So during Vegas Gate, Anika's on a mission. She said that she was not actively in this sector for about 4 years, which means that you and Shelly was still, although y'all fell out before Vegas, y'all didn't communicate with each other or didn't have any type of conversation or commentary on each other for those 3 to 4 years. When you got brought back into this sector was because VS, you was on her team now, and you felt that she can help you. Damn, are they flagging me? What the hell? Reconnect with the Jesus. I don't got nobody in my chat. Why you want to flag me for nobody in my chat? Yes. Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. So when you came back under VS's umbrella and tutelage, we know how she works. VS was fighting Shelly at that time. VS and Shelly was going at it back and forth because at one point Shelly was with VS as well. Or they were cool, they were friends, they were associates, or they were fighting each other. Was not, because remember, we all remember when Shelly went to the gas station on her way to VS's house. We all remember that. You know what I'm saying? She was on her way to VS's house to talk to her because they live in the same area. You know, Shelly always say she ain't gonna argue with nobody when their driver's distance away. She'll just go see him. So Shirley was over, you know what I'm saying? Shirley was there. So we know they were going at this really hard battle. Oh, this is a little history, a little bit, holding people accountable because they're not going to hold themselves accountable. You know how that is. They want to come out as the victim or as the, whatever it may be, the person who's not, um, in the wrong. And they want to justify what they did and how they did it was not. And they're changed. No, you're not, people don't change. You don't change. You just put on a different mask, hoping that we don't see. What's up, girl? How you doing, baby? Hoping that we don't remember what you used to look like, who you really are. And like I said, I like you. So how you look doesn't mean anything to me. But I want you to be honest. I want you to see. I want you to truly stand in. And you can be a changed person all you want to. It's not. But the reality is, you're still. Well, you wonder why people call you a liar. This is why. This is why. You throw a little bit of truth in there, was not with a whole bunch of lies, and you hope that people don't catch the lies. But if you're honest with yourself, if we're honest with ourselves, we all see the lies. We all, if we were there, we know what we saw. And you don't have to like someone or hate someone to admit what you saw. What's up, Dr. Sophie? How you doing, baby? So where was I at? Yeah, so we all know that VS and Shelly was going at it. We all know that VS and Shelly was banging heads. Shelly was driving around, getting ready to go to VS's house. Shelly released pictures of her kids. And then Nika also said, no, baby, this is how I do it. But thank you for giving me some advice. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is how I do it. I'm not gonna sit here. This is not a structured situation. This is whatever comes up comes out type of situation. I don't plan this. This is not my real life. I work. I have that's my structure. My real life is my structure. This right here is fun. This is a hobby. But thank you for the compliment, though. I appreciate it. Um, so like I was saying, we know that VS and Shelly was going back and forth. We know that Nika was just coming back into the sector full time or getting her feedback what to see how people will receive her under the tutelage of VS. We know how VS works. We know how VS operate. So what we know is that we already have history of Nika show her loyalty to VS by giving her the means to dox Miss Olivia. So we know that's already there. Now we know, now we found out that Nika did the same thing involving Shelley. VS asked, well, do you know how I can get pictures of her kids? Because she just released my kids. Nika volunteered information to her by giving her the information about VS's Facebook. Now, this is all revealed on James's panel. Now, Nika comes up there. Initially, if y'all watched it, initially Nika didn't know what was going on, what was being said, what are you talking about? I know I may have, but then when VS did her VS thing, you know how VS do all those mind tricks on people was not who was under her control or under her tutelage or was under her tutelage and control at one time. So you didn't give me the Facebook information. So you didn't do the Facebook thing. What's up, Linda, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? So you didn't do all that, did that? Yeah, I did it, but I'm a changed person now. It doesn't matter. You can't be a convicted murderer. You can't murder my sister, my child, or give someone the access to murder my sister or my child, and then tell me, oh, today I wouldn't do that. It don't matter what you did today. The point of the matter is that you did it. And the fact that what I wrote in James's chat was, like I said, no problem was not, because Nika also said that she knew this was coming out. She knew this was going to happen sooner or later. So at the point when you knew that this was coming out, then there's so many lies that are caught. Not calling you a liar, but you did lie. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. You say you knew this was coming out, but then you said that you forgot all about it. Which one is it? You knew it was coming out or you forgot all about it? And two things can be true at the same time. But at the point when you knew this was going to come out sooner or later, at the point when you knew that you done did this person wrong and that was the biggest thing that VS had on her, but I'm just saying, like, because it bothers me, like, when I like you, I just want you to tell the truth. So I don't have to come here and do this to cause any type of rift or situations that may come up because you don't like how I'm going to deliver what I need to deliver based on what you said and what you did. This is what it is. Right. It really is Lionheart. But so you said that you knew it was going to come out, and you said that you forgot about it. Okay, forgot about it, fine. But at the point when you knew that this was going to come out, and you and Shelley was on good terms, and y'all was trying to not build what y'all had previously, but build what was going on, why didn't you say, Shelley, you know what? I feel bad. If you're really a changed person, I feel bad. I messed up. Do you remember when you and VS was going at it and she posted your kids? You may hate me. You may cuss me out. You may want to fight me. You may do whatever you want to do, which is fine. But I'm the person who gave her access or the information to dox your kids. I apologize for that. The moment when y'all was getting together, the moment when you figured that this was going to come out was the time for you to spill your own tea. I see all sides too, Rick, but at the same time, how I am, y'all know me on here. Everything that came out about me, who spilled that tea? I did. You can't hold anything over my head. As long as you have secrets and lies and what you have done to people wrongly, that tea will always be a weapon against you. That tea, that secret, that information can always be used against you. You're not going to use my tea against me. You're not going to use what I've done and what I said against me. When I sent the dick pic, I sent him a motherfucking dick pic. He sent me these voice messages. That was my goal. My goal was to do X, Y, Z. Yes, I had that bitch licking tabbouleh off my hands in New York. Yes. Showing me his little leopard print silk underwear. Yes. Asking me to bend over. Telling me that he don't get but I'm the second person that he ever met that he wants to on him. I said these things. I put those things out. It's not, you're not going to hold anything over on me. Because I told you guys, whatever I've done, I've already dealt with. So the aftermath or the math, whatever the case may be, that you thought it was going to happen when you broke off the tea that I sent you a dick pic, me and my husband already talked about it already. He already knew what was going on and why it was going on. He knows who I am. He knows how I move. He knows that, yes, that's something I would do. He knows that, oh yeah, my husband is going to flirt with you all day long, get you hot and bothered to get information from you. And if he has to use it against you, he will. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you don't have no power over me. You don't have any type of, let me hold this over your head. When old girl was naked with the bath towel, yes, that was the read, that was the gag, that was a roast, that was a drag, but it was also the truth. When I say years ago, I have people sending me pictures of themselves scantily clad, females, mind you. So if someone tried to come at me crazy, was not, and I put up a picture, like, bam, bitch, you're exposed. Y'all will remember me saying this years ago. When I say I have women saying they don't care if I'm gay or not, want to still fuck or get fucked by me, if my husband says I couldn't do that, y'all have heard that before. So if you get smart or get slick with me, and I want to expose you for the whore bag that you are, y'all have already heard the story. You just haven't heard the name that goes with the story. You know what I'm saying? So all the stuff that I've done on here, please expose it. You can't dox me. And when you did dox me, was not by using my real name and looking up information, was not everything that I said is true. There's no lie on here that I've told. And if y'all, like I always ask you guys this, if you hear a lie that I've told someone, or if you hear a lie that I got caught up in, please let me know so I can know what that lie is. Because I don't remember myself ever lying on here. I've always been honest with you guys. I don't have to. Oh, right. Yeah, we are, baby. We are. Don't ever get it twisted. But there's never going to be a point where I'm like, I'm gooped, or I'm like, damn. I know. It's never going to be a point like, damn, you got me. You can't get me. That's why I say anybody and everybody on here can get it. I don't care. Because if I tell you about it, was not, I've already dealt with it. And if I haven't told you about it, was not, it's none of your business. I don't want to tell you about it, but I've already dealt with it anyway. And I moved forward. But that's the problem that I had yesterday. To listen to the commentary, because it's like, you said all these things, you knew it was going to come out, you forgot, you know what I'm saying, you had to show your loyalty, you didn't like what Shirley did by showing her kids, so you think that an eye for an eye, when it wasn't even your eye that got spit in. I'm not a weak person, but guess what, baby, you're showing weak people tendencies. You are. That's like me saying, I don't like the fact, Rick is right here in the audience. Rick knows I don't like what he does on here. As far as all the screaming and yelling and cussing and fussing, dragging and roasting and gagging. I don't like all that. I like the nice Rick that I meet in person. That's a Rick that I am down with. The Rick on here, I'll watch it. It's entertaining for a minute, well, it's not, but he also knows I don't like it. That's like me saying, let me give you information because I don't like when Rick clown. The biggest thing that I don't like what Rick did was what he did to Rita. Initially, that right there is what I don't like. Rick already knows that we already talked about it. Well, it's not. But That's like me saying, "Oh, let me go give her some information." Well, it's not about him because I don't like what he did to her. No, it's none of my business. If I don't like it, I just don't like it, and I move on. I choose to try to like, I mean, think about the parts of him that I like, the parts of him that gets along with me, the parts of him that we laugh and joke together was not that I like him being silly. I like all that aspect was not. So anything else is none of my business. And if I don't like it to the point to where I feel like I need to do something about it, I just come on here and talk about it and deal with whatever consequences that may come from it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Thank you. Well, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. Like our problem is what did I always say from the very beginning? We try to interject ourselves into all these issues that have nothing to do with us. And then when it backfires or when we get this information and it comes out with us now, we want to act like, well, so what, I did it. But then it's not important. It happened. No, it happens because that's who you are as an individual. It doesn't matter if you say you're changed or not and you choose to talk in a smoothing, calm voice. It doesn't matter. That's in you, that's ingrained in you. What's up, Jay? Especially when you have done it on multiple occasions. That's who you are. Allow us to love you for who you are. Allow us to deal with you where you are. It doesn't matter if you want to change, if you think you're going to change, but it tells me that if you feel like your back is against the wall and you have loyalty to someone, you're going to jump out here in these streets and fight for the people that you like most. That's none of your business. And that's who you are in real life. That's just your character. And it's okay. But trying to act like it's not your character, trying to act like it's not important, trying to act like it's not who you are, that's where the problem lies. We see what you're doing, we see what you've done, and you're telling me don't believe my own eyes, don't believe my process, believe your lies. We can't do that on here. But I mean, and I understand, saying that this may cause people to be all foolish. No, it's not that. It's that I'm talking about what you said, and if I'm telling a lie right now, if I'm putting words in your mouth, if I'm putting something in your thing that's not what it is, let me know. But I'm thinking that I am saying exactly what it is that I heard yesterday. And if y'all heard James's live and that aspect of his live with Nika, Shelly, and if yes was there, if I'm telling any lies, you guys, let me know. If y'all don't remember things happening the way I'm saying it's happening, please let me know. But like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. It doesn't get me anything one way or the other. If anything, it gives people just to reasons to try to cuss me out. And I don't care about that either. Let me see something right quick. Yeah, right. I said it yesterday. Y'all want VS back. Now she's back. Hope y'all like what y'all get. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't watch Olivia's thing yet. I mean, I plan on watching, but I wanted to come live before I watch anybody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, um, people are like, we don't see what happened. It's either important or it's not important. It's either history or it's not history. Or you want us to go by based on what you say and not think for ourselves. Sorry, I cannot not think for myself. I cannot not hear what you're saying or hear what you're not saying or remember what you said previously and put everything together to come up with a complete story. That's what you do. I'm not believing what you're saying right at this moment. I'm listening to it. I'm hearing it. I'm taking it all in. But at the same time, I'm also going back to what you said and did previously, what you're known to do previously. And you can't say, well, I changed, I've changed, I changed. No, because if someone hits you the wrong way or says the wrong thing was that, you're reverted right back to that individual that you were. That's why I tell you guys, I'm an asshole. I am who I am. I'm not going to change. Anyone can get it. I'm patient. I will sit back and wait until I want to get you. I'm telling y'all all these things. So when it happens, you're not surprised. Granted, I'm giving you more of the other stuff than I'm giving you all the heat. But at the same time, I'm not trying to make you believe that I'm something that I'm not. Yes, I can beef. Yes, I can cuss. Yes, I can drag. Yes, I can roast. And yes, I can gag. But at the same time, I know that's not innately where I go. Because I want to make sure that when I come at you, it's not all my ducks are in a row. Damn, that's a little rhyme I just said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's who I am. And I like to add a little, my little dry, corny sense of humor into the commentary that I give. Regardless how much it is about somebody. There's no need for me to roast anybody or drag anybody or gag anybody. There's no need for me to try to be all that because that's not, to me, that means what to me? It means nothing to me. So what, y'all are entertained? So what? Yeah. She definitely, I mean, I think that was definitely wrong, and especially when it doesn't involve you. And then you try to say that y'all was fighting. Y'all wasn't fighting, Nika. I remember VS and Shirley was fighting. But what's up, James? How you doing, baby? I'll talk about your live yesterday. Shelly and VS was fighting. Nika, you weren't in it. You were VS's do girl. Sorry, baby, I love you, but that's what it was. That's what it sounds like because you done it previously to Olivia. You done it previously to Olivia years ago when you first met Olivia. Because Olivia and VS was going at it. And then you wanted to show favor for VS and have her, you know what I'm saying, cool was not with her. So you decided to give out Olivia's information. You did the same thing with Shelly. You want VS helps you get back your foot back into this sector. I'm saying because you was under her tutelage, was not under her hand after the whole Vegas situation. After the whole 3 or 4 years, have someone been on your neck. VS helped you see the light back in this sector. So you felt you owed her, which you said on James's panel again. You felt you owed her. So what you did was she asked you something, you gave her information. Yeah, you can. And I understand. I understand the whole anger that VS had with Shelly about the kids. What I can't comprehend, what is not comprehensible to me, is even when because I heard the argument because because I also saw Nika's after thing when James went off and Nika whatever she went on to explain again and said that's why she had this no kids thing and then someone said well Shelly never said anything to kids. Well, did you hear everything Shelly said? I was there in the bushes watching the fight between you and Shelly as well, Nika. And no, Shirley said something about you don't like people. Well, Shirley actually said, "Ooh," so I'm gonna let y'all know I was behind the bushes watching back in those days as well. What Shirley actually said about your kids, Tika, is you don't want people to talk about your eggs, but don't go there because I will. That was Shirley actually said. That may not be the exact wording or verbiage what Shirley said, but that was the gist of what she said. I know she said your eggs. I know she said you don't like people talking about your eggs. You know what I'm saying? That was Shirley said way, way, way back then when y'all first got into it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Newology, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? What's up, Hudson J? You know what I'm saying? That's what Newbie said. Not Newbie, sorry. That's what Shelly said. What's up with the hood today, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Y'all, I was behind. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Shelly said that, but Shelly never said anything or done anything like that about your kids. She didn't. And even if she said some stuff that you put on here, you put that on here. We know Shelly likes to dox and look stuff up, but Shelly never put anything about your kids on here. So when you said that, well, you didn't like that, and people don't know what she said about your kids, she didn't say anything about your kids. And if she did, please tell us what she said about your kids. What she done to your kids to make you feel like it was okay for you to do that to her on behalf of VS. And that's what kind of struck me yesterday. And then you want to say that, well, you change. No, we don't change. People don't, adults, and like y'all like to say, you and James like to say this. Yeah, she did say that, but if she did, yeah, she said F your ex like that as well, which is fine. If Nika didn't respond to Shelly when she said F your kids or F and whatever the case may be, you wait 6 years when y'all not fighting and she's fighting someone else to this information was not, that's just as bad. That's just as bad. That's just as bad as what you already did. If I say fuck you and your kids, but we all say that. We all say that. We all say fuck you and your kids, fuck you and your daddy, fuck you and your mama. We all say that. And if that touched your spirit so much that you held on to it for what, 6 years? And when I'm arguing with another bitch, you give that bitch information to come find me and release information about my kids. Right, she didn't. Right, she didn't drag it. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. She didn't say anything crazy. F your kids. How many times we say that, Jace? How many times you have you told a bitch that you argue with? Fuck you and your mama. Fuck you and your daddy. I know. I say it all the time. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you're a woman, bring your motherfucking husband over here. Bring your goddamn sons. Bring your uncles. Bring your male cousins. Bring whatever nigga you think that you want to fuck with me can fuck with me, and let's see what happens. How many times people have said you can catch it anywhere from 8 to 82 from the cradle to the grave? We all say those type of things with that, but it's different when I'm dragging your kids. Just shut up. Give me your phone and shut up. And I meant it. Silly self. But we all do that. So for people to act like, oh my God, oh, that one phrase 6 years ago was worth all this. No. When did you have this whole conscience of, saying, leave the kids alone? I don't discuss kids. When you giving VS, who y'all call Voldemort, who y'all act like is Voldemort over here, information about someone else's kids. Or where to find someone else's kids. So all this drop down, let me know. I don't have time. I was there when they said on James' channel. I was on there when they said on Nika's channel. I don't have time to drop down and talk about what I think about what you did. I have a channel I can do that with. I have a channel that I can, you know what I'm saying? What's up, really, girl? How you doing, baby? That I can come here with. What's up, Six Sad World, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Right, that's what exactly right, James. Shelly could have went into details because Shelly and Nika were close friends at that time. They talked on the phone. We know how Nika talk on the phone. We know how Shelly talk on the phone. At least I know how Shelly talk on the phone because we talk every once in a while. And when we were cool like that, we talked more often. So yeah, people always talk. And I know Shelly record phone calls. Release the phone calls, Shelly, because I ain't say nothing about nobody that I won't say here on these YouTube streets and drag the shot them there. I don't. It is what it is. I'm not afraid of what I've said behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. And James and Rick, y'all know how I talk behind the scenes. I don't talk too greasy about people especially people that I like. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. It is what it is. And if I got some shit to say about you, I'm gonna say it either on here or behind the scenes. I'm not afraid of anybody. I see, James, I'm gonna go there with you. You want me to lick on your face? You want me to lick you in your face, baby? Don't play with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, I'm just saying. But it's like, yeah, when I heard that, I'm like, damn. What's up, Overdose, baby? How you doing? Exactly. Should I say on here? I'm not. If I like you, I like you. I never say anything greasy about anybody that I like on here. He started. He said, "I better." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I better. But yeah. But yeah, it's like this. Like, if I flirt with James, if I flirt with anybody, I'm gonna do it out of public. So you can't say, "Oh yeah, he said he'll lick James' face." You know what I'm saying? Ugh. But James know I won't that 'cause when he's talking about his battery and all the energy in his battery, I don't want to hear that shit either. I don't want to hear just about his battery and the juice that he has from his battery. When I call for you, Deanna, you Rick, I expect you to show up. See, look at it. See what I'm saying? Just mess. But yeah, like I don't. Yeah, I just don't understand that part. And my thing is, like I said, you may have changed. You may are in the process of changing, but I still see what happened previously. History is very important. History is very important to me. Your past behaviors is very important to me. I always say I watch how people befriend and defriend each other on here because what makes me think that I'm different? What makes me think that I'm different and how you're going to befriend or defriend me? If you think that you're going to cut me with something was not that I've told you that I've done on here, whatever, because I've seen you do it previously to someone else, that's what you're going to do. That's who I see you as, and I choose to still like you. People don't understand just because I see little things that I may not agree with about people doesn't mean I still can't like you. Two things can be true at the same time. I can choose to still like you because it is a choice to like someone, but also can see your flaws. Also can see your mishandlings and your misdealings. Two things can be true at the same time. Y'all, please like this video, please. I'm not saying anything wrong about anybody. I'm not dragging anybody. I'm not cussing anyone out. I'm just saying what it is out there. Like this video, please. But yeah, it was just that. Like, and then stupid ass your friend James, stupid ass Trish, smash it. Who kids was older? Was her kids older? Was VS kids older? Was your kids older? Right. Shelly's kids was grown. No, it was her son just now turns whatever age he is, like 20, 21, whatever he is. He just now graduated from high school, what, a year and a half ago. So therefore, her son was still a minor. You know how people are on here. Like, how many people are on here? They get up under whoever they think has the most power, the most clout, the most protection. And so when Nika saw that VS had her back because VS was fighting Sean and Shelly at that time, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's get the shit real. And it's not because this ain't no secret because Nika also said this. When VS was fighting with Sean and Shelly, Nika was out the B sector per se. She was more on the entertainment side of the YouTube streets. She wanted back into the B sector, was not. So therefore, what she did was she went up under VS's tutelage, possibly gave her information about people that she knew of to use it as right. Let's 1 second, sorry. So Nika went over there, was not, and gave VS information clearly about Shelly, clearly about some other people, probably until that comes out, you know what I'm saying, to get up back up under VS things to help her get back into the sector. The fact that Nika was fighting Sean and Sean had his foot on her neck for 3 to 5 years, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying, whatever year she said, for the past 4 years, had his foot on her neck, you know what I'm saying, she felt that VS could help her out with that. VS did help her back, usher her back into the situation. And she felt that, she owed VS something. She gave VS something. The person that she was fighting that had their foot on VS's neck. Let's call the thing a thing. It is what it is. Yeah. So she did, but you know what I'm saying? Shelly is different. She's the queen of receipts. I think she has a very dry sense of humor, which I love. I love a dry sense of humor. I love like a Seinfeld type sense of humor, and I think that's what Shelly has. VS, Shelly will do what she needs to do to get you up off her and to collect information to use against you. And Nika said that the reason why she did it also was because Shelly did a dirty laundry on Nika. Like it's all these excuses as to why you did it. At the same time, you're trying to give us this "I did it and what" type of attitude, but yet then you changed. It's so many mixed signals for me. Like I get whiplash going back between you being you're being that chick and you are now different and you said what you said, do what you did was not, and then to the meek mild. Oh, there's just too much going on with that. Still like you, just a lot going on. What's up, Miss Diva, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, it's just too much. It's like too much. It's all these moving cogs, and then while I'm following the moving cogs, was not based on what I'm seeing. I don't like people don't want you to hear and see everything. They act like they're so smart and such magnificent as magicians and hiding things and tricks and all this, not that you don't catch it. Like really, it's really elementary. What is your moral compass? Do you think what is right? Do you know what is wrong? And it's very clear to me. It's very black and white to me what's right and what's wrong. Regardless of, I mean, and but I also understand how I think and how I see things is not how the world may see them. But you're trying to make me see things in boom, boom, boom. I put them in boom, boom, boom. And when it runs out of those lines that you place for yourself and what you did for yourself was not, if it blur these lines, I'm going to see that. Right. Admitting apologizing is no, it's still fucked up. Admitting something was not and apologizing to it. If you didn't tell me before it was brought to me, I'm gonna feel some kind of way about it. I just am. Like it or dislike it. Mm, that's what it is. What's up, love chicken? How you doing? No one had their foot on Nika's neck during that time. No. See, y'all still don't remember that story. See, that's why history is so important. That's why history is so important. There were several videos made before they even made that video. Before they made their videos, before Sean made his 2 hour video, giving us a story time about what really went down, it's on his point of view. And before James had on that, James is so stupid. There was 2. There was thieves in the temple. I can't stand James. A whole freaking mess. But yeah, before they did those videos, was not there was a lot going on. That a lot was being said beforehand. What's up, Voodoo baby? How you doing, baby? And Ms. D, that's fine. That's great. 'Cause I see all the sides. I see where VS was coming from. I see where Shirley was coming from. I see where Nick was coming from. But that I see all these things, don't tell me I don't see what I see. Is what I'm getting at basically. You gave VS information for her to have some on Shelley because you felt you owe her because she helped you with the whole situation that you felt you were in. Be it how true the situation you were in was or not, you felt obligated to help her. You had a sense of obligation to her because of that, because you wanted to be under her, you know what I'm saying, umbrella, and it's okay. It's okay. And I don't think the thing is VS has a lot of information on a lot of people on here because we know how people talk behind the scenes. As content creators, we know how people talk behind the scenes. We know how people give us stuff behind the scenes against other people that you're mad at that moment in time, that you don't like at that moment in time. We know that. So VS having what she had in place had a lot of people that she can pull information from, get information from, that would give her information was not to get up under her umbrella. You know what I'm saying? And the way VS works is she's going to use it just as she wants to. If she wants to cause Nika some strife, This is what she did to cause strife for Nika, between Nika and Shelly, because she saw that Nika and Shelly wasn't no longer fighting the way they were fighting when she was on these streets previously. This is a way for if one's not gonna fight or not, if one's gonna retaliate or not, that's her way to throw in salt in people's games. And if y'all don't see that, well, it's not like I see that. Like I said, that's why this is my response is I don't care one way or the other because I didn't interact with her before she got here. I'm not interacting with her now. Now I'll talk about what is going on here when I want to and how I want to. There's no fear there, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing. Like I said, it's nothing against anyone. It just is what it is. It's what is put out there. It's what was said yesterday. What happened. Now, see the hood table, baby. Guess what? I remember everything I've done, everything I said about whoever I was fighting with. That's big. I remember everything I've done, everything I said about people I'm fighting with. That's huge. Nika also said she knew it was going to come out. So at the point that you knew it was going to come out and you and Shelly was cool, if you knew it was going to come out and you didn't care, y'all wasn't trying to build something with each other, you don't care. But when you felt some type of way, damn, I knew this was going to come out, or I knew this was going to come out. When y'all started building some type of friendship, was not some type of relationship, some type of YouTube ship, at that point, like I said earlier in the video, would have been the best opportune time to bring it to her attention. Because now it looks like, and also let's go back to what you were saying. If you've done so much to where you start forgetting major shit that you've done, you're doing too much anyway. If you that's because to me that's major. That is huge. If you're doing so much shit on here, or you have done so much shit behind the scenes on here to where you forget or you have forgotten some major shit, you're doing way too much anyway. Am I wrong? If you've done so much, you so silly. It's the weed, you know. But if you're doing so much shit to where you forgot a major thing that you did on here, because that's major. It really is. Especially for you to have the mindset of you don't do nothing with kids. If you have the mindset or the mentality, or you want us to believe that you have this mindset and mentality that you don't talk about kids, you don't bring people kids into it, and you gave someone access to someone else's kids, that's major. And if that's something you forgot, just is one of the many thousands and millions of things that I've done on here, so that won't slip my mind. You're doing too much. I'm just saying. So I see while I see what she said, I also got to look at it through my eyes, through my mindset, through my mentality, through my moral compass, through my integrity. While I can see it, I still understand it's too much because it was unnecessary, especially when it didn't involve you. See, that's what I'm stuck at. I'm stuck at it didn't involve her. But she did it as a way to get back in with VS, which takes me back to she did it to Olivia as well to get in with VS. What did Olivia do to Nika? Nothing. What did Shelly do to Nika at that time that warranted that behavior? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it through all these lenses while still seeing what you're saying. While like I always say, two things can be true at the same time, but at the same time, does it make it right? Does it make it right? The hood table. That's what I said. When I first got on here, that's what I said. Did I say that? That's what I said. That's what I said. It was going to be another lie until VS said, "Oh, Facebook, let me pull the receipts." What's up, Tracy? Baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Right, exactly. Because let us not forget that people. I don't know how true this is. What the rumor was? People were sending VS pictures of their pussy to get in. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember people? The rumor was people were sending VS pictures of their Netherlands regions to get in. Right, the same. Like that's what I'm saying. So it's like you didn't forget. You had to be reminded that I got proof, and I'm blasting you with this truth. I'm just saying. Exactly. Right, the table. You have to send something really embarrassing or really personal in order for her to believe that you were down with her. So she can have that over you. I'm just saying. So we all know this. We all remember these stories about us now. We all who was here, we all remember all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? People act like they forget. People act like they forget. He just said, but who did he say it to? You know? And it's just like I'm saying, like, so I'm putting so while I can see where you're coming from, I also know what I've seen and heard and witnessed over years of doing all this stuff. Y'all like the video, please like the video. I'm just giving you truth, honesty from a non-biased point of view. From a non-biased point of view. So we all know these things. We all heard these things. We all seen these things. So to play with my intelligence is what actually pisses me off. I told y'all that that's one thing I hate. If you're a liar, I see you as a liar for always. But one thing you're not going to do is play with my intelligence. You're not going to play with my intelligence. You're not going to act as though I didn't see what you've done. I didn't hear what you've said previously. And under the guise of I've changed, it doesn't. Well, your behavior hasn't changed. You may not have done it as of late, but you also said you'll get a bitch up off you by any means necessary, which means you will revert back to who you were. A changed person who's truly changed their behavior won't even say that. I'm just saying. But that's just me. Right. Right. Exactly. Right. And this is what I'm saying. So that's why I asked the question. Is beef sector history important or not? Because when someone says something to you, especially someone who claims to be an OG, not this no disparaging thing, but people who claim to be OGs or who've been here for a while and they're at a certain age. My thing is, please stop saying how old y'all are on here. My husband is older than both Nika and people who scream their age. He's 50, he'll be 50, he's 40. Oh, no, he's 51, 52, whatever it is. But stop hearing me 52 this year. Stop that whole I'm this age, so no one. No. I fucked people older than y'all before. So stop that. That don't mean shit to me. I have older people than y'all calling me daddy. I have older people than y'all patting on their hands and knees, sucking on dick. You know what I'm saying? Stop. So stop. That don't mean nothing to me. Age don't mean shit to me. It really doesn't. I'm only 47. It doesn't mean anything to me. Age don't mean nothing to me. If you think that your age qualifies you to stop listening to people and stop learning from people, or people stop giving you advice that may not be your age or older, it's about life experiences. And we all have different life experiences. I am open to hear from anyone as long as it makes sense, no matter what age it is. It is just is like that. I just ugh. That excuse me. Oh, I'm this age, and that don't. That means what? You know everything? No, you don't know anything because your life experience is different than my life experience. So if I say something to you was not, if I even feel bold enough to say something to you was not, or you know, I will. Because clearly you don't learn it. I see that you don't know this information, so therefore you need to hear this information. Period. Yeah. I've told my mom stuff that she may not know. And she has to give birth to me. And if I respect my mom enough to give her information and give her advice, you think I'll hold you above my mom? No, you ain't shit to me. And not in a bad way, but I'm just saying my mom is the most important person in this world next to myself, to me. So if I'm going to give her advice, was not what makes you think you're different? You ain't nobody. This is what it is. Like I don't like that whole I'm I'm a half a dollar. I'm I'm 2 quarters. I'm 10 dimes. I'm 20 nickels. I mean, you know what I'm saying? 10 nickels. Who cares? All I hear when people say is that I hear that you cheap change. That's all I hear. I hear that you are change. You are loose. You make a lot of noise, but don't add up to nothing. That's what I hear. Don't play with me. And whoever gets offended by that gets offended by it. But it is what it is. I want to hear that I'm 50 Cent. Who cares? That's how, even when Cynthia said that shit on the Housewives. I'm like, girl, you sound stupid. Shut up. I'm just like, all I hear people say is, you're loose change to me. Stop it. I got you in my pocket. Leave me alone. And if you don't realize that you can learn something from everybody of any age and any environment was not, then you're not as old and grown as you think you are. But that's just my little soapbox situation. But like I was saying, I got hot from that, y'all. That pissed me off. Because I was like, what does that mean? You know, that got me hot. Let me get some water. I'm sweating because of that. But that really does burn me up. Oh, respect your elders. What elders? If you gonna back and forth with me in the beef sector, you ain't no fucking elder I need to respect. Because an elder wouldn't even entertain this bullshit. Period. That's just me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very true. Well, the circle is very small, and if you're not willing to expose yourself or embarrass yourself in some way, shape, or form for her on her behalf, then you're not in there. But yeah, and but I also see the plays that VS is making was not. VS is trying to cause this distinction. Y'all trying to say she's trying to break everything up that was built. She's trying to break everything up. Trying to break it up with Brianna and Nika and Pizarro. Trying to break it up with Shelly. And even when she was on there saying like, why I need you to read me. I want you to read me. Read me. Girl, that's childish. Stop. No one's doing all that. I'll just tell the truth about that shit. I'll just tell the truth about it. Like, I want you to read me. You didn't even know how to read. Girl, stop. I mean, I see all the little plays being made, all the little moves being made, all the little chess pieces being moved around. I see it all. Trying to call I'm trying to call people to question what's going on. And girl, please, you ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. It really isn't. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm no dog in this fight, but that's what I see. I see the plays being moved. I see people lying for no reason. I see people who have been moving behind the scenes maliciously for years, acting as if people don't see what they're doing. Like I said, I mean, I don't have no dog in this fight. Don't have a problem with anyone. But the reality of the situation is that's the reality of the situation. I see what you've done. I know what you've done. I have a very good memory. I have a very long memory. I'm someone who will sit back and watch. I will sit back and watch how you fight someone else, what you've done to someone else. I will sit back and, what I'm saying, take mental notes on how you move, how I see you move. Depends on who has the power at the time. I see it. Well, I won't say she's remolding anything. Yeah, she did. She did definitely did that. I would say she's trying to. She is stuck in that mentality of when she first came on here was that did what she did, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how she did it. She caused distinction, she caused turmoil, she caused people to have doubt with each other, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She did all those things. But if you also watch and know her history, you know how she moves. And you don't fault her for moving the way she moves. You don't fault her for doing what she's doing. If she can do it and it works, it tells me a lot about the people that it worked on. But like I said, I never watched her before. I don't want. I don't plan on following her or watching her now. But since she's on these streets making these moves and exposing people for what they've done previously, and talking about catch people in the lies that they're talking about, well, it's not. I'll talk about it. Yeah, definitely doing that. Sims, definitely doing that. Oh, we all do. Yeah. But some of us, like I said, I always told you, I realized my whole thing was while y'all playing checkers and chess and saying y'all doing this, that, I'm playing Mahjong, a whole different game, a whole different language, a whole different situation, a whole different mindset. If you're a chess expert, you're not going to be a Mahjong expert. If you are the people who's thinking that the chess pieces is what it is, when you say a Mahjong board, you don't know what's going on. We all play the game to some extent. Oh, we all play a game. Well, everyone's so busy talking, well, y'all playing checkers and I'm playing chess. Okay, well, you playing chess, I'm playing Mahjong. Because I don't play the games that you play. I'm not going to play your game. I'm going to play my game. I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. I'm going to say what I want to say, how I want to say it. Period. It is what it is. I'm not going to move the way you want me to move. I'm not going to act the way you want me to act. I'm not going to participate how you want me to participate in, if I choose to participate at all in what you're doing. Right. She definitely is, but like I said, she remembers what she used to do to get what she needs to get accomplished. Okay, and there are people who's going to follow that. Because like I forgot what someone said. I don't know who this was yesterday when I was doing my little errands or not. They said that she's always gonna have a following because it's always gonna be people who want to be led. There are always people who want to have someone tell them what to do, how to do it, and there's always gonna be someone paying for that information. There's always gonna be someone paying someone else to act a certain way. I'm saying the bad part is that in reality is in the real world, there are more followers than there are leaders out there. Especially on here, like you can see that on here. You know someone's lying, what's up, Big Sal, how you doing, baby? You know someone's lying, someone is trifling, someone isn't true, but or not telling the truth with that, or they spend stuff to make it look be in their favor. But yet they still have this loyal following of people following them tooth and nail in order to just feel accepted, to just feel loved, to just feel, appreciated. Because, like I've always said from the very beginning, this is the most popular, the most attention most of these people have ever received in their life. That's why they're in every chat, in every video. That's why they run around these streets, dropping down everywhere. They want to be seen. They want a name. They want to build something. Even and say this whole, oh, I'm just a subscriber thing. Because when you're giving commentary, when you're adding to commentary from the chat, you become a commentator. You have become you're not a YouTube creator, but you are a commentator because you're giving your opinions, you're giving your thoughts, you're giving your things. Think about these groups out there that the leader ain't shit. The leader of these groups ain't shit. But guess what? They got these people following them tooth and nail, believing everything they're saying, fighting for everything that they do, regardless how crazy it is. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know who they are out here. These people with these occult type followings. I won't say they're cultish, but it's a cult. It really is. There's a cult type followings. If someone says do this, they're over there doing that. Oh, I don't like this person. That they're fighting this person. And the person that did nothing to them personally. We see it all the time. We've seen it for years. This cult like mindset. Oh, we ain't over there no more. Next, They build you up. The next thing you know, your numbers dropped. They thought that shit wouldn't work with me. Oh, well, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be. What? If it wasn't for him, I'm still where I am. Either you like what I'm saying or you don't like what I'm saying, but I'm gonna say it. You don't have a muzzle on me. You're not gonna sit here and hold my hands back. And like James said, when he and Duchess, well, the reason why Duchess said that he did it, and I'm nothing against those people either. Duchess, I'm not fight either, but it is what it is. You're not gonna tell me don't use said information against someone that I'm fighting with, but you're not telling them the same thing about me. You're not going to tell me to fight with one hand behind my back. That's what you're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to expose what you said, trying to put one hand behind my back, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I would do that. If that gets you upset, oh well, you just don't have to be upset about it. But no one have I ever fought or fight with, no one has ever told me, oh well, don't say this, food junkie. Don't use this. I'm gonna say what I want to say. If you get offended by it, well, it's not. There's no malicious intent of me saying it, whatever. But it is what it is. No, I get it. I understand that. Anyways, y'all, we'll come over here and talk to y'all for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if I told any lies, let me know. I don't mind reevaluating what I said and adjusting it accordingly. But it is what it is. Yeah. But Rick, they ain't the only one. Like, thing is, if I name names, I'm like, yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right, because they do that. Like, there's this culture's mindset where I need to be led. I need you to tell me what to do. I need you to tell me who I'm mad at. I may be talking louder and screaming yelling like I got my own thing, but the reality is, you're following the lead of someone who you know is not right. You know that behavior in the real world, that behavior in the workplace, won't fly. If half the shit, that's why I know a lot of people don't have jobs or don't have anything to do outside of YouTube. Because if half the shit that goes on YouTube goes on in the workplace, a professional workplace, you wouldn't have a job. Yeah, we know. I mean, all those of us who work, we know that yes, there's office politics, there's office bullshit happening, was not. There's shit that happens at the job. There's people fucking left and right at the job, was not. There's stuff happening at the job, yeah. But to this level, on this level of it happening, if management feel that you are disturbing the workplace the way people want to shake these streets, you wouldn't have a job. Because the purpose of working an employer is for them to make money, for them to have a somewhat good reputation or somewhat good personal appeal. On here, people don't care. I could look any kind of way I want to look, well, it's not. As long as someone giving me a cash out, a super chat. I can say whatever lie and disparaging remark about who I want to tell it to, as long as I'm getting a cash out, as long as my numbers look the way I want my numbers to look. That's why I don't care about those things. Because I'm not going to change who I am or what I believe in order to get numbers. If I'm watched, I'm watched. If people like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. I'm good with either way. As long as I look in the mirror and like what I see, go to bed with my head on at night and be okay. uh, one day, Shay, we need to meet up. I can bring you a little something to snack on. One day, if we ever meet up, I will bring you a little something to snack on. But yeah, it just is what it is. I don't have I don't have all the extra craziness going on. I don't have time for that bullshit. It is what it is. And, you know, right? Exactly. Create a narrative, garner sympathy, and cash out. Like I said, I mean, and I said, and I hope no one gets offended by what the commentary was today. But it is what it is. Like it happened once, it happened twice to the same. The thing is, it's the same person. Is it? I can see if you did it. Let's say, and the thing is, it leads me to believe that that you have done it with other people. This is just the first time it came out. You know, and I think that VS dropped a little gem. Was it VS? I'm gonna say that because I don't know who said it. But what was said that I found interesting that I heard yesterday was someone said that information was given about other people, and I'm thinking it was VS, and I'm thinking that something was said to her about a person that you was actually fighting with. But I don't want to put that out there. But I think that's what I heard VS say. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know, I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think that VS was alluding to the information was given to her about someone that Nika was fighting with at that time. I'm thinking that what she said. I think that what she alluded to. If I caught that properly, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway, y'all, don't want much. Just want to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's one thing to say that you've changed. But with history, if history is important, something that we always preach on here on these YouTube streets, know your history, know your history, know your history. We also know that history is bound to repeat itself. We also know that history is bound to repeat itself. You know, that's why I don't do the whole apology thing. That's why I don't do the whole forgive you thing. I get over it, but I still remember what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Don't apologize. Just show me change behavior, and I'm good. You know, and change behavior doesn't happen over a couple of months. It doesn't. Change behavior happens over years. It really does. It really does. But anyway, y'all, love you guys so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for being here. But as always, it's not important that I love you guys. It's important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. Until next time, this is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out here, y'all. Be safe on these YouTube streets and in the real world. Bye bye. Peace.